Time for more Geoguessr tips and tricks, and today is over a country that isn't super prominent, isn't super big, but also is not a small country that doesn't really matter in most duels, which is the African country of Tunisia. Tunisia is in a very interesting spot because it's the only African country that has like a Mediterranean climate. So let's get into all of the metas. Okay, so Tunisia has a lot of characteristics that make it really easy to identify. The hard part with Tunisia is region guessing, because identifying it is the easy part. So for the basics, so Tunisia drives on the right. The road quality isn't always the best. They have, if you look for language, like over here, we have some French and some Arabic. So if you ever see that combination, you're in Tunisia or Lebanon, but they're very different. Also, Tunisia, you have French road lines on the outside a decent bit, same as French poles, which are the ones that are like ladder poles. And of course, you have like a Mediterranean, but more more of like a Spanish climate in a way. It's Mediterranean, but on the more deserty side. We have a lot of flat roofs and a lot of like white buildings, like you see in Arabic countries like that. And yeah, we do also have the blue plate on some normal vehicles. And when I say some, I mean this is probably a touristy one, so I actually don't really care about that. But the plates, as we can see here, this one is a short plate. We have a long plate. They don't have anything actually like unique about them, except you can have some black on them. But then the follow car can sometimes have some red on it. So the most important parts about Tunisia. One, the car, because you are in Gen 3 coverage 100% of the time, and you always have this little antenna. The second thing is the follow car. In 90% of the Tunisian coverage, if you're ever on the mainland, you have a follow car pretty much. Could be behind you, could be in front of you, but this follow car, it'll either be like a white car or like a green car. Most of the time, it's a green car. And it's very identifiable because every Tunisian round you have it following behind you. So this is where learning which car it is can make you know which part in Tunisia that you are. One of the biggest things I will say also is that the Tunisian coverage is primarily on the far east. Anything west of like this city pretty much does not have coverage unless it's around this up here. But like over here, down here, up here, they don't have coverage. It's just the east. And the further south you go, the more deserty it becomes. The more further north you go, the more agricultural it becomes. So we have a lot of characteristics I just talked about. Like we have the white buildings, a lot of flat roofs, right-hand driving. We have Arabic over here. But then we actually have a white car. If you ever have a follow car that is not light green or dark green, you are 99.99% just in a random part of the capital Tunis. This is where most of the coverage you'll find will be. If it's a somewhat built up city, you're probably in Tunis. You could be in like Sfax or where's the other one? Sousse. But you're probably just going to be in Tunis. Okay, and then this is the one outlier to everything that I said. But for one, we can easily identify Tunisia. We have the outer French road lines. We have olive plantations. It's a very Mediterranean arid climate. Like it's bordering desert, but also Mediterranean. So normally you think of like Spain for something like this. But we have the French road lines and such. And it's just, we do have some palms as well. It's just a vast landscape of just completely flat land with some palm trees and a lot of olives. And we have the Tunisian antenna, obviously, but we do not have a follow car. That's if we are on this island of Djerba. This island, you will pretty much always not have a follow car, which is counteractive to the rest of Tunisia. And it's pretty, if you know it's this, you can just find which main road lines up. Like this kind of lines up. If I go like right here or so, like right here, it was up there, but yeah. Okay, and then here we can see the follow car again. It's green. It's actually a darker green, and we see a lot of red. Okay, something else about the vegetation that I see right here. Cactus. Cactus in Europe pretty much is a more Mediterranean thing. Tunisia you see a lot. You can see like Italy and Spain as well. It's just good to know. And then here, like I've said, for many things, we have flat roofs, a lot of white buildings. We have some French and some Arabic. We know it's Tunisia already. But then this fall card specifically is the dark green one, which you see not in the northern half. Pretty much, I think it's maybe like this town right here. North of that, you'll see the green. Actually, no. Say this Hammamet town. If it's north of this, you'll see the light green follow card, and if you're below, then you'll see the dark green Google card. So we know that we're gonna be below it. Maybe it's below Zeus or something, but it's not like a pure desert either. There's still a decent bit of vegetation, so I am gonna go further up, not like all the way down here yet. So this should be pretty close. And yeah, so Tunisia is pretty simple in that regard. And then here it's very agricultural. There is a lot of vegetation. And we have a light green car. The light green car is the north part. It includes parts of Tunis and all up here. But this is very Spanish looking. It's very there's a lot going on. There's a lot of vegetation. We have some hills on the background as well. So this is an indicative of the very top of Tunisia. Pretty much above Tunis is where it's like this. Then we can probably just line up a road like this one. Okay. And then here is the last one I'm going to show, because this, we can see here, it's a dark green car with the red license plate. But this is more like a desert. It's much more arid, much more sandy, much more deserty. So with that, we know we're probably going to be down here. And if we see a lot of palms, we'll be around the city of Gavis. So we're going to be above or below that city, not in, but probably like this road or something. Yeah, we're just below the city. Anyways, that's a pretty short tips and tricks video. But Tunisia is a country that people don't often nail a lot of the time, and this should help people actually do that, because it's a pretty easy country. So that's the end of this video, and I'll see you all in the next tips and tricks video.